Hello again, it's Alan. I'm on a roll making videos. Um, Another thing, a sort of random, well, not random, but another little realization or idea that I wanted to share with you guys is that I'm noticing now, having been on T for over a year and a half, that one difference that I notice compared to pre-transition is that I do have less of a desire, or I should say, less of a drive to express myself, less of a drive to really talk a lot about uh, feelings, I guess, um, or yeah, I guess that's kind of how I would put it. It's not that I'm not open to doing it. I mean, I'm quite happy to talk about feelings and relationships and little nuances of life or interpersonal stuff. Um, I've always enjoyed talking about that and I find it meaningful, but I have less of a drive. Like, before being on T, I would be like, oh, I just really need to talk about this, or I really want to talk about this emotional or complex little nuances of feelings and relationships. Like, I need to, and I just really want to connect with my friend or my family member or something in this deep way by talking about these little nuances of feelings. And now I'm like, well, I mean, we can. I mean, once in a while, if I'm in a sort of a tough situation of some kind, or if I'm feeling like really upset by something, then yeah, of course it's good to talk about it, but most of the time I could kind of take it or leave it. Like, maybe I should try to give an example. Like, um, if my mom, well, I say my mom because I currently live with my mom, so if she asks me, like, oh, have you been in touch with, so and so, my ex? Like, how are you feeling about that? And I say, like, well, we've been in touch a little bit. I mean, it's hard, but it's okay. And I just don't feel like, well, to say the same exact word again, drive, to go all in depth about it. Um, and as I said, sometimes, yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I don't feel that inner, like, motivation. Um, yeah. So that is a pretty big difference compared to pre-T. And I find it somewhat refreshing because it's kind of nice to feel like, yeah, okay, like, we can talk, like, or I can just kind of sit and think about it myself, like I'm content to not talk about it necessarily, or I'm content to just say it, say how I feel, and then kind of be done. Which is a little different than before. Um, and I was gonna say something that connects to this. Yeah, so something that I feel might be kind of connected to that phenomenon, maybe, in a sense, is that um, now I feel much more comfortable being alone. I mean, I always spend a lot of time alone. I'm definitely a pretty intense introvert. I have always needed a lot of alone time. But sometimes I would feel lonely before. And now I feel like I maybe need even more alone time, which is a lot of alone time. And I don't feel lonely. I mean, granted, I'm living with my mom right now, so that keeps me from feeling lonely. But even when she's out of town, or like last summer, I went on a week-long camping trip by myself, I did not feel lonely at all, ever. Um, and I feel less afraid of doing things by myself. Like I'm planning a few like pretty long, intense backpacking trips in the wilderness solo by myself for this summer, and I'm super excited about it. And like I don't want anybody to come with me because I want that meditative time where I can be in my own space and just be totally aware of the beautiful surroundings around me and not have to talk and just kind of be in the zone. And I don't feel scared. Like, I don't feel scared of being lonely. Um, I mean, granted, I have really sort of grown or evolved a lot over the last couple of years because I've had a lot of really difficult experiences in terms of relationships, and um, I think these difficult experiences, such as divorce and then another horrific breakup, horrific for me emotionally, um, it kind of got me into this space where I'm like, being with somebody all the time is maybe not all that it's cracked up to be, so it's kind of nice to just do my own thing. So I'm sure that that's a big part of it. But I do sense that transitioning and being on T is part of it too. Um, well, for partly for this other reason, namely that transitioning meant that I was more in touch with myself. I had to be more in touch with myself in order to make the decision to transition. That was a prerequisite for transitioning, being in touch with myself and my needs and my gut feelings. And also, self-acceptance and embracing myself was part of deciding to transition and going through the process of transitioning. So I'm sure that those things, those just sort of personal growth things, play a large role in my ability to enjoy being alone and to not be lonely. Because it's like now I have more of my own inner substance that has sort of come out that can kind of keep me company, so to speak, when I'm alone. I keep myself company because I'm more in touch with myself and I embrace myself more than in the past. So, you know, that's just to say there are a variety of reasons why I am more able to be by myself and to be more independent and to do things that I want and need to do than pre-transition. So, there you go. Just some thoughts. Thanks for watching. Bye.